Yeah, so Chronicle was pretty good. I loved the cinematography, loved the way everything was set up. I thought the acting was actually really good. The only thing I knew the lead from was the as being the Green Goblin from Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I don't think he's a terrible actor. He's just a little over the top. In this one, I think he played like the outcast decently. He kind of gives off that vibe, anyways. So I think he did a pretty good job in this one. All the acting was very good. The directing, I really liked the cinematography. I can't say that enough. I feel like it's a little redundant saying that. I feel like just in general saying I like the cinematography is quite a blanket statement. But just the whole way this film was shot, it was like how Cloverfield was, but way more dynamic. The way they were able to get all the shots because the superpowers, he was able to float the camera around. I think that was really creative. Like the final scene where he's fighting the guy at the skyscraper, and he pulls all the cameras to him. Sure, it seems a little forced, but I think it was actually still really interesting, so they could get that like surrounding shot of him. There was a lot to like about this film. It's very charming. The whole concept of it is getting superpowers with your friends. It's just really appealing. Where the movie overall, though, does fall off a bit is when it comes to, like, when the lead, he slowly, like, starts to, like, get corrupted and stuff. He starts to, like, get evil. I feel like it happens really suddenly. Like, you feel it throughout the film, but all of a sudden he clicks, it, like, snaps, and he's all of a sudden super evil in, like, one scene. He, like, splits a bug up. He's like, there's natural selection and predators, and I've reached the top of the food chain. I am the #1 predator now. And I feel like it was just really out of nowhere. I feel like there was no setup to that specific, like, motivation for what he's, like, the evil he's committing. So I thought that was really weird. Besides that, though, it wasn't, like, terrible. I think, like, his character becoming evil at the end was kind of expected. You kind of felt that coming. I feel like they could have handled it a little bit better and not made it as sudden where he's like, you're not my real friend. You guys you just want to be around me. You actually hate me. All that stuff. I feel like it makes sense because, like, when you're in that mind state, like, this guy was like, he's never had anyone actually like being around him before. So he's like, hates to, like, he cannot admit that people actually like him. And, like, the whole idea that they're only talking to him because of the superpowers, because that's kind of true. If it wasn't for the superpowers, these guys would have never, like, been this close. And that's kind of a part of it that you have to understand, where why he turns evil is because he kind of comes to that realization. But still, it's kind of out of nowhere, and I feel like it's a little forced. Overall, though, Chronicle I thought was really good. I enjoyed it. I feel like it's a movie, though, that you only really want to see once. You kind of just sit down, watch it. The whole gimmick of it kind of runs its course by the time you finish watching it, so you kind of lose interest. But overall, it's pretty good. My favorite scene, though, has to be when they're, like, having their final battle at the end. They're flying around. The effects aren't terrible. It's actually pretty good for the time. I think it's 2012. And again, the usage of him floating the cameras around him I thought was really clever for getting all those dynamic shots. So I think that was my favorite scene overall. So yeah, that's Chronicle. I would kind of recommend it to people. I think it was pretty good. I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10. It does fumble in those types of areas, and the gimmick is very gimmicky. Without it, it feels like it wouldn't have been that popular. But I do think it was a very solid movie overall. So yeah, Chronicle. I would go watch it if I were you. And yeah, the quick one today. Have a good night.